welcome to June 2018. I am on the beach, obviously, and I just wanted to let you know that I'm hoping to do all of my readings on the beach from now on, weather permitting. It is kind of sprinkling rain right now, actually, as we're on the beach. Thank God for this umbrella. But just let me know if you can see me well enough, and if you can see the cards well enough, and if you have any suggestions for future readings, just let me know. So I already pulled the cards out for you, and we're just going to get right into it. We have the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Two of Cups in reverse, and these came out together. We have the Four of Swords and the Six of Wands in reverse. So this is going to be a very interesting month for you, Aquarius. Let me just talk about the full moon in Sagittarius really quickly before we start this. So we just had the full moon in Sagittarius on the 29th, I believe it was, of May. And that energy, the full moon, is all about what is it that we need to release, what is it that we need to let go of. The Sagittarius is all about taking action also. So for me, my interpretation of this is letting go of something through creating action towards, something else, like putting our focus and creating action on some other area of our life in order to release something else, basically. And you'll understand why I'm saying that in a few minutes here. So, okay, so this reading can go like two different ways at least. The first way that I see this is the beginning of this. Well, also I wanted to say that the Uranus shifting into Taurus is calling you to shake things up, and I feel like it's specifically in regards to relationships and who we are within all of our relationships, within our personal ones, within the community as a whole, within the planet as a whole, like just expanding outwards into larger circles of relationships down to personal relationships. So obviously the best way to shift our energy is by focusing on the ones that are closest to us first. Okay, let me get into this reading. So, Ace of Swords right next to the Knight of Cups. I feel like this month is inspiring you to take action when it comes to romance in your life. Like, think about the energy of like Romeo, William Shakespeare, that kind of vibe, where you do these random acts of kindness for other people. You do something to show how you feel towards other people, but not in a way that makes you feel like you are, like you don't deserve their love. Like I want to prove my love to you, because, I feel like you don't believe me, kind of thing. But just doing it out of just the purity of wanting to express your love, or, your joy, or express the happiness in your life. So being inspired to share the love, to share the joy that you have in your life with others, instead of keeping it, all in here. You know what I mean? So you may just get like the spark of inspiration to be like, you know what, I'm going to go and get flowers for my girlfriend because I love her and I just want to do something that's going to make her smile. But then we're getting into this Five of Cups energy where it's like, well, she didn't really like the flowers that I got her last time, and it kind of ruined the whole vibe of me wanting to even give her another bouquet of flowers in the future. Like, what's the point of giving her flowers if she's going to be picky about the flowers that I give her? Why doesn't she just, accept the ones that I'm giving to her as a gesture of love? You know what I mean? Like, she turned it down in the past. Like, why am I going to do that again to myself? So I'm just going to stay here in my mind and stay stuck because I'm going to stay in this place of non-movement. I'm just going to stay stuck here in my mind and not put any action into anything, because every time I put effort into something, it never gets acknowledged. So that's kind of the thought process I think that Aquarius is kind of going through this month. Or it could be you get an idea for some kind of new business venture or some kind of something creative that you want to do in your life. Something that you're like, oh yeah, like that's a great idea. Like I thought of this new invention. Like I'm totally going to do it. Well, the last time I did this, it didn't work out. There was all these setbacks. Nobody, I had no support. Everyone was giving me all these different reasons why I shouldn't be doing this. And so, you know what, I'm just going to sit on the couch and keep binging Netflix, because no matter what I do, nobody recognizes the hard work that I put into things. Nobody's there to support me. So that's the kind of thought process that's going on. So the key here is releasing this feeling like because it didn't work out in the past, it's not going to work out this time. So, that's what the vibe is when it's upright. So we need to release that. So that's why it's in reverse. We're letting go of, we're taking our focus away from all of the failures of our past and turning around and seeing so for example, she's seeing all these cups of wine that are spilled over, and she's totally focused on these cups that are right in front of her. In reverse, we're turning around. Basically, she's going to turn around. She's going to see, oh, well, guess what? There's still 2 cups right over there, and there's a full bottle of wine, so I'm totally fine. You know what I mean? So instead of having a pity party for yourself, which is really what this is all about, going for it anyway. So this month is about taking action in some area of your life in order to release something. So, excuse me, sorry. Releasing this self-doubt, this thought cycle of not feeling supported, and creating action towards what it is that you want in your life. Instead of focusing on everything that has gone wrong and all of the reasons why you should just stay put and let those cobwebs, let those spiders create those cobwebs in your mind and stay stagnant in your life and stay in this cycle of feeling unsupported. Support yourself, release this stagnancy of the mind by supporting yourself as you move forward towards what it is that you want. So releasing these self-doubt vibes by bringing in your own support system within yourself that you know that you have within you. And also, you guys may roll your eyes at me when I say this, but even if you don't feel like you have a support system, I mean, this bird obviously agrees with me. Even if you feel like you don't have a support system in the physical plane, you always, 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 always have a support system on the spirit plane. You have a whole freaking like basketball team size group of, you know, guides hanging out with you, cheering you on, trying to push you forward because they know the greatness that you have within you. You know, and I feel like a lot of Aquarius may have some really, really amazing ideas this month, especially as we're in the sign of Gemini, that air sign. You're also an air sign. I feel like you guys are going to have tons of inspiration coming in, and there's a potential here to talk yourself out of it. And I'm telling you right now, if you talk yourself out of it, I'm going to come down there and I'm going to kick your ass. Okay, Aquarius, seriously, like don't talk yourself out of the amazing things that you know that you can achieve for yourself. Okay, so I feel like there's going to be a lot of ideas for inventions this month. I feel like there's going to be a lot of inspiration romantically this month, only because the Knight of Cups is here and it's a very strong emotional card. So I feel like there's going to be some very strong gestures of how you are feeling emotionally for another person. You know, so don't talk yourself out of putting yourself out there. Okay? Another thing I want to say is, if you get these ideas for, you know, outlandish, you know, inventions and crazy inspirations and things like that, first of all, write it down. Second of all, you know, don't tell just a random person. Find somebody that you know in your gut will be supportive of what that idea is. Okay? You want somebody that's going to help to make that idea grow and bloom instead of just knocking it down before it can become anything. So be very cautious of who you are going to with your ideas. To, like, you know, obviously if you want to create an invention, you're going to have to go to somebody to help you make that happen, like, you know, to get the materials that you need or find out how you get patents and things like that. But just make sure that you are going to the people that will help you make it happen, not the people that are going to, you know, find any reason to talk yourself out of it, you know, and you know who those people are. So don't talk to them about it. Write it down. Go talk to somebody else about it. But most importantly, don't talk yourself out of it. Okay, Aquarius? And I feel like I'm just saying the same stuff over and over again. When I get to that point, that's when I know that I've said everything that I could possibly say to you. Don't talk yourself out of it, okay? So let me show you the bottom of the deck before we call it a day, okay? We have the Emperor. First of all, I mean, I'm going to get into these cards at the bottom of the deck in more detail, but let me just say, this is encouraging you to lay that foundation for those inspirations, okay? Anyway, so we have the Emperor, we have the Tower, the Six of Pentacles, This is great, by the way. The Ten of Swords, the Fool, the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Four of Pentacles, the World in reverse, the Empress. Let me just see how many I have out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and the Empress. That's the last one. So I'm going to go into all of these cards in much more detail in a separate video that I'm calling my extended readings. And you can find them by going to my website, ColleenFaris.com. I'll have the website below. Go there, go to my shop. It's $2, okay? I'm trying to take my business to the next level, you know, so I'm asking for a little bit of an energy exchange. I'm offering these videos to you every month for free. You know, if you want a little more information, just throw $2 my way and you can get more of it. They're at least a half hour, if not more long. And also, if you wanted a personal reading with me, I changed my pricing for that as well to name your price. You can pick whatever amount you want to offer me. I will accept with the utmost gratitude. The only thing that I ask personally is to please not make it any less than $5. You know, I'm paying for the website, I'm paying for the credit card processing fees and all that fun stuff, so if you can at least, you know, have a limit of $5, I would really appreciate that. So yeah, name your price and we can do a video chat, or I can pre-record a video like this for you, or I can type it up into a Word document interpretation for you. So that's all the news for June. And Aquarius, please just push yourself forward. You know, don't diminish that passion that's in you that I know that you have. So when you feel those lightning bolts, sparks of inspiration this month, or like crazy outlandish ideas that you're like, it could probably work, but that's just too crazy. No, write it down and allow yourself the space to really think about it, and go to the support system that you need to bring that into reality. And also, when it comes to the heart, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Just because, you know, you didn't have the acknowledgments or and the recognition in the past doesn't mean that you won't in the future. So try again. Okay, put yourself out there. Get out of your head. Damn it, Aquarius. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful June, and I'll see you in July. Thanks. Take care.